The Canola Council has been calling the Ultimate Canola Challenge, and they put this trial together because lately they've been kind of bombarded with hundreds almost of different types of products and not really too sure what to do as far as recommendations. So this particular trial was really more of an extension based idea, but it's sort of more morphed into a research trial in that we wanted to develop a little bit of data. So it's been seeded in multiple locations across Alberta, and then this year it's actually going to be a Western Canada wide trial. So we've got 1 year's worth of results on 9 sites so far, and the different treatments are labeled along here. You can take a look yourselves. The premise, and Neil Harker is involved in this one out of Lacombe, was let's look at sort of traditional canola management versus, I would call it non-traditional management for lack of a better word. So the treatments are basic 100 seeds per meter squared seeding. That's kind of the check, with no primers and no foliar applications. One of the treatments was to add an extra 25% of nitrogen, so a little bit of extra nitrogen. There's a seed primer. In this case, it was a Protonus seed primer. There's a stress relief C3 with the herbicide application. There's a top dressing of extra urea. The one that I mentioned before was at the time of seeding. This one is 25% extra as UAN, the liquid fertilizer, 5 weeks after seeding.
What stage are you looking at then?
5 weeks after seeding, whatever the plant's at after 5 weeks after seeding.
Doesn't make sense, but okay.
Yeah, that's the protocol in this case. There's a boron nexus 5% at flowering. There's the higher seeding rate, so they went with 150 seeds per meter squared. There's a reduced nitrogen treatment. There's a pre-seed seed primer, a biostimulator product called Penergetic, a fortified foliar application at the 5 leaf, another boron treatment at the 4 to 6 leaf, an agri-solution product applied twice, and that's about it. So we ourselves conducted trials here at Lethbridge. It was part of the field school last year where we had Murray Hartman talk about it, and we also had it at the Medicine Hat site. So the long and the short in this particular case is at both of our locations we saw actually no difference in any of the treatments at the end of the day as far as yield is concerned. Now, a lot of that's because canola is extremely plastic of a plant. It does very well under all conditions. I'll pull out for boron. Well, there was 9 locations. I couldn't tell you which ones. So it's kind of a hit and miss one in that regard. So for 9 site years of data at 9 locations, this is the data right here. Can you guys see that? Literally no treatment effect. I'm not saying that there aren't particular circumstances where you wouldn't see a treatment effect. In this particular case, that's what we're seeing, 1 year's data, so it's only, taking it with a grain of salt. But typically, if this is the result that we continue to see over multiple locations, multiple environments, it is what it is. I mean, we're not trying to say anything. Even the higher seeding rate, visually at this point, you're welcome to take a look. The only thing visually I can see, and not all of the treatments have been applied, and this particular field probably isn't deficient in a lot of things, so is the 150 seeds per meter squared. You can kind of pick them out. They're a little bit better. So that's about all I'm going to say on this trial, unless there's any questions.